5 seconds remaining. Wow, and that might be a championship winning team. We have got a couple matchups for you tonight. What an incredible play off the back. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Rocket Soccar Confederation. We are at the end of Season 7. We've got finals and playoffs and all other kinds of excitement up for you for the next couple of nights right now. The first thing we have on the agenda for the end of Season 7 are the amateur finals between the Zerglings and the Potatoes. Right after this, we will have the Premier League Championship, the top and the bottom of RSC, different ranks that we've got available for you, all happening in one night of action. My name is Trippin. We've got RJsaurus behind the scenes, and with me on the casting deck is the man, the myth, the legend, Memlo. How is it going, my dude? How is everything going? How are you feeling? Are you ready for tonight?
What's up, everyone? How's it going, chat? I'm doing well, Trippin. I'm excited to cast this amateur game. I got the privilege of casting on the B stream the other day for watching the Zerglings take off against the Otters, so I'm excited to see them here in the finals tonight against the Potatoes. Let's see what they can do in this matchup.
So that having been said, you obviously have just a little bit of experience with the Zerglings going into this match. What did you see from them in their earlier matchups? What do you kind of expect to see with them in the finals versus this team of the Potatoes?
I haven't seen the Potatoes. I haven't looked too much into their stats, but knowing the House of Cards franchise as a whole, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. I so apologize. Looking at the Garden, and knowing that franchise is really good, and the Potatoes are coming out here to try and bring it all their all and having a great season, a good record. I can't imagine that they're going to be a team to just laugh about. I'm sure that they brought it throughout the entire season and that they're looking really hot. But as for the Zerglings themselves, I did get to see them. I casted them, and it was Whittle, P. Nasty, and Pablo in the game, and they were just explosive. They would take it into the offensive zone. They would put that pressure on. They would get quick goals early on, and it was actually really incredible what they could do with the ball. I expected for Whittle to kind of pop off. He does have an incredible stat line of 70 goals so far this season. But don't sleep on Pinassi and Pablo. He really sets them up, and they find their own opportunities as well. So this should be an incredible game. I'm pretty excited about casting it. Thoughts from yourself?
Yeah, I got an opportunity to see a couple of the Zerglings play outside of RSC, outside of league play. So I kind of have a good understanding of what it is that Pablo can do and what P Nasty can do, what Swaney can do, what Zignian can do. I have seen them before. What you said, look at the stat line. Whittle's got 70 goals. Well, let's look on the other side for the Potatoes. 37 and 19 coming out of the Garden, led by Dirk. You've got 52, 55, and 56 games played. So very obviously both teams have a set of three that they're ready to go with, that they want to throw out there every night and say, hey, can you beat our best team? 66 goals for Swaney and 65 goals right behind him on the same team. I think the Potatoes have two guys that can score a whole bunch of goals. The Zerglings have one guy that can score a whole bunch of goals. In that sort of a matchup, I'm picking the team that has two scorers every single time. I think the Potatoes have a good opportunity to take this one home. But that's just my opinion. Chat, we also have an option for you guys to decide who it is you think will be able to win this series. Type a 1 in the chat if you think the Zerglings are taking this one home. Type a 2 in the chat if you think the Potatoes got this one home. The casting deck is split. So it's up to you, chat, to pick one of these two teams and let us know who you think is going to take this series. I think, Memlo, it kind of sounds like you're leaning towards the Zerglings.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm really confident in what Whittle's capable of doing. And after watching them, I'm really confident in the Zerglings taking this one home. They did get blown out in a game four, forcing it to game five in the semifinals, but it just didn't matter. They regrouped and refocused and came out in game five super strong. And knowing that they have that firepower, I expect the Zerglings to come out on top. But chat seems to think that maybe Potatoes have something, and you yourself seem to have some confidence between Swaney and is that Canix? So those guys are obviously very good players and somebody to look out for. So would love to see what chat thinks here, and we should probably wrap this poll up in here in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, and you and I have both heard it from different people. Sweeney has absolutely put the team on his back on the side of the Potatoes. He's been their go-to guy this entire season, put up huge numbers. So look to see him on the stream scoring a whole bunch of goals. As was mentioned in the chat, we're just waiting on the teams to actually hop into the lobby and be ready to go. So that's what we're waiting for right now. A couple more minutes. We will have this amateur final underway. Chat seemed to lean with you, Memlo. They want to go with the Zerglings. They think that on the back of Whittle, with 70 goals, a 41.4 shot percentage, 24 assists, and 33 saves, the team is on his back. They're who to look out for. Very even records between these two teams as well. 35 and 21 for the Zerglings, 37 and 19 for the Potatoes. I definitely think that you are looking at one of these finals matchups. It doesn't always happen, but I think today we have one of those matches. The two best teams in this entire tier are going head to head, a best of 5 series, and the winner of this one will be crowned the champion of the amateur tier in season 7 of RSC.
Gonna have to correct you there just slightly. I do believe this is the final, so it will be best of seven.
7.
That's
Well,
all right.
we can't get everything right. This is NA production. I mean, come on. This is tripping on stream. Do you think anything was going to be
but
correct?
but I do believe you. I think that these teams are so competitive that we will see this go deep into the later games in the series. There will not be a sweep one way or the other. I definitely see plenty of goals getting scored tonight.
Oh, there is no way there's going to be a sweep. So we have a difference of opinion in who is going to win. The next question to answer, what do you think the series is going to look like? So you're going to have to speak for chat on this one as well. They went with you. They think the Zerglings are taking this one. What do you think the series looks like, though? Are you looking at a maybe a 3-1 or sorry, a 4-1 or a 4-2, or are we going all the way to game 7? What's it look like going forward?
I'm going to give it to the Zerglings 4-2. They're going to take it to game 6, but there's no way that we're going to all the way to game 7. Potatoes are good, but Zerglings, I think they've probably watched the tapes. They've probably analyzed their own play. For sure, watched their own stream from the semifinals. I think they're ready to bring it tonight, and we'll see them come out ahead. And I would predict a 4-2 in their favor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Like I said, we both agree there's not going to be that game 7. I'm gonna have to go with the game 6, the other direction. I'm saying the potatoes take 4, the Zerglings take 2. It kind of kills me to have to, root for Dirk this way. We've gone head to head in a bunch of different things. I absolutely love the guy, the leader of the Garden franchise here in RSC. Top of the guy that's making sure that the potatoes are here, but they've made it this far. Obviously, going to be a great series between both teams. And once we have all of them in here, we will move on and get this game underway for you guys. So, chat, I saw a couple of people shouting out what they thought. I saw Microwave Chef says 4-2 with the Zerglings. A couple of guys, 4-3 potatoes there coming in from Crike. So we know we got some ideas out there from you guys, but I'd love to see, chat, what you guys think is going to happen in this series. You guys voted for the Zerglings already, so what do you think is going to happen in the series? Hey, greetings from EU from Yannick from MG. What's up, my dude? Glad to have you here. Thank you for showing up for the stream. Appreciate you being here. For anyone that happens to be here, if you are new to the Rocket Soccer Confederation, you can find our EU and NA Discords right below the stream. You can join up in there. You can start participating in the community. Get ready to go for next season. We are at the finals. We are in the playoffs right now of the season 7 for RSC. Season 8, though, right around the corner. We'll have those sign up forms for you guys out not too long from now. You'll be able to sign up, get drafted, be part of a team. You be a free agent. You might get traded. You could be in Memlo's franchise and RJ's franchise. You could be in the waste management franchise. Whole bunch of options exist out there for all of you. We have a skill tier for everyone. We would love to have you if you want to be here. You got a bunch of learning opportunities, a bunch of people who want to help you play, and just some cool people if you're just sick of solo queuing. We've got a spot for you as well. So feel free to join us and have a great time. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, 32 franchises in total, and by no means is there any one franchise that's just definitely better than any other. We've had tons of franchises win across all of the tiers. There's always a hot hand or a hot team that comes in and does some incredible things. But no matter what, win or lose, this is an enjoyable Discord community to be a part of. Even if you're not participating actively in games, you could be a free agent, you could be a permanent free agent, you could substitute in for these teams. On Mondays and Wednesdays are the match nights. We have the RSC 6-man spot set up as well, so you can jump in and play 3v3 against people of your own rank or anybody that's around and available to play. Definitely jump into the community. It's an awesome place, and you can absolutely improve your own skills, take away some coaching, land on a franchise, progress through the season, and have a great time.
Minty throwing you some love there in the chat. Memlo says, shush, you already know Fallout Shelter is the best franchise. That's where you are GMing right now this season. I mean, obviously, some big love there for you guys. I'm only an assistant GM, so I can't really talk. It's not really my place. RJ, doing all the work behind the scenes. She is the GM of the Dino Park franchise, who you might actually have a really good opportunity to see one of her teams just here shortly. The prospect team, the Gallimimus in the Dino Park franchise, have been absolutely dominant this season. Everyone in that tier has been chasing them down, trying to make something happen. So if you guys want to stick around, we've got every Monday and Wednesday night. We are live here at RSC around the same time in the same place. We've got a whole bunch of matchups coming for you. We've also got a B stream this season. If we've got the availability with our staff, we will have some additional games. We've got the finals will always be on the A stream. And if we've got quarters and semifinals that we can get live for you, we certainly will. And I think we might actually have all of the teams in the lobby at this point, which is just fantastic. Which means we are ready to go. So we're going to jump you right on into Champions Field. The Zerglings, Pablo, P Nasty, and Whittle, the Potatoes, King Canix, Spook My Oof, and Swaney. All these guys are ready to go. I hope that you guys are as well. Let's get this show on the road. I will bring you some play-by-play, and Memlo is going to be bringing expert level analysis to any goals that might happen in this amateur finals matchup. The kickoff is underway in the corner. Swaney dumping that one down towards middle. Whittle ends up making a really nice boost steal, actually.
Oh, balls in front of the net. P Nasty's there.
That's dangerous. And the scoring opened up early. You said earlier on the stream, look out for P. Nasty, and he gets that first goal pretty easily. Float right in front of the net, knocks that one down to the corner.
Yeah,
There's
don't
that
sleep on the Zerglings
Don't
team.
sleep.
Just a small misstep from the defense, and they're able to punish, and we see that in an early goal. I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more kickoff goals in the Zerglings' future.
Definitely not. The Whittle on the attack, not able to connect there. King Canuck tries to kick it out. Pablo with the 50. Sweeney bumping that one upfield. King is there. Sweeney sitting on the boost, and P. Nasty looking to clear this one upfield. Able to do it, but he's 50'd pretty early. Ball still in the middle. Whittle taking over on offense. He gets a flick, pots it up in the air. King able to clear that one away, gets credit for the save. 4:15 left to play. Already a 1-0. Best of 7 series for the final. That one's footing in front of the net as well. Whittle able to take over. Sweeney dunks him. A minute down.
Sweeney doing a
Lots
great
of back
job
and
with his
forth. Looking pretty
control.
good.
Just incredible position on his part. He was the third man back, but decided to challenge anyway, won the challenge, and now his team has sustained that offensive pressure. That's a big play coming out from him. Now we're seeing P. Nasty take the ball and go into the other direction, so let's see what the Zerglings can do on offense.
Yeah, look, like you said, a lot of possession so far in this game just for one team. Very, very one-sided, pushing that one into the corner, and that's definitely going to make it very difficult to score any goals as Whittle is up. Able to get the touch. That was going to go wide off the post. There's a demo there on the backhand side. Pushing that one upfield is Spook My Oof. Pablo with the miss. Whittle is the only guy back. He's got 100 boosts. He's in a pretty good spot. That one goes right in front of the net. That one is there, and King Canucks is in for the goal, and the game is tied. Game number 1 of this amateur series, and we are looking like we've got a matchup.
Just a great tackle in the corner, and Spook My Oof able to get it past the last defender. King Canucks coming off from the side, able to tap it through, and 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game is plenty of time to see this go any direction. Sweeney putting a ton of pressure already on from the kickoff.
We've got plenty of time in this series. That first game, usually just kind of the feeling out period, see what team people are going to do. But both of these teams scoring a goal within the first 90 seconds of the match. You can tell there's no feeling out period. They're ready to go. Sweeney with the air dribble off the wall. Whittle able to knock that one out of his reach. Looked really good on the offensive pressure there. This one's going the other way. Knocked back into the corner. Sweeney on the backboard, looking for that clear. It's a little bit of a bump there. Whittle knocks that one towards the middle. There's a bump going on in the net, and Sweeney able to knock that one away. He's going on offense here from the wall, looking for the air dribble again. He almost had it last time. Not able to make the touch, but it's off the backboard and 50 the other way with Spook My Oof playing defense now.
So we're seeing two incredible things going on right now. We're seeing crazy amounts of card control from Sweeney. His dribbles are just completely on point, but we're also starting to see some demos and some bump attempts coming from both teams. Zerglings not afraid to get up into the box and get a bump on whoever's last back in net, and that's causing some confusion. So far, they haven't been able to punish on that and get a goal, but it's something to keep an eye out for. But Spook in front of the net to King Canucks. Oh, just slightly off target.
Yeah, that physical play, like you said, definitely going to open up things a little bit on the other side. As that one floating in front of the net as well. No one able to make contact and clear towards the corner. A minute and 50 seconds left to play in this one. Spook My Oof playing some defense, knocking that one down. Pablo able to knock that the other way. Sweeney with a touch out of the corner, clears it across the front of the net. Minute and 40 to play. That one's in front of the net again. Very dangerous position. The shot is on target. The shot is in. Whittle puts it in, and the Zerglings up 2-1 now in this matchup with a minute and a half to go.
I mean, it could have been Whittle, it could have been Pablo. Both of them were right there, ready to take the shot. P. Nasty will be accredited with the assist. Just great pressure put on by the Zerglings, and Sweeney not able to clear it out of his zone, so they were getting punished off of just a poor touch.
Yeah, Potatoes right now definitely looking like the team that needs to make the slight adjustment here. Looks like almost a little bit too forward on offense to be able to be back in time to play some defense. Just as I say that, they're knocking that one upfield. P. Nasty with the shot. No one is back, and P. Nasty gets the wide open net. Now 3-1. The lead is 2. Looking to take game number 1 are the Zerglings.
Just kind of reminiscent of the last goal. The Potatoes looking for an opportunity to clear the ball out of their zone, looking to relieve some pressure, maybe looking to get some boost, and Zerglings just put it right back down their throats and say, no, you wanted the ball out of your zone? Well, we're just going to get a goal instead.
Minty says in the chat, yeah, I've heard that he's nasty. No, he is P. Nasty. P. Nasty.
Whittle and Pablo going head-to-head here, able to get the ball into the zone. Whittle with an opportunity to shoot. watch out for the Zerglings on these high aerials. They are able to get some incredible shots off of high aerial passes that they're able to link up with. Not a lot of amateur teams going for aerial plays, so they're able to thrive in the air.
Yeah, we saw a couple questions in the chat earlier as that one is on target, and King Cannon's able to knock that one away. 40 seconds to go. What ranks are we seeing here? Well, we're looking at pretty much mid to high diamond right now. And like you said, Memlo, mid to high diamond, not necessarily always people that want to look for those high aerial shots, but both of these teams at the top of their tiers right now, looking for that opportunity whenever they have it. 30 seconds to go. That one is on target. P Nasty able to kick that one away. He is up, able to knock that one down in front of him. 20 seconds to go. Zerglings trying to hold on to this 2-goal lead in very good position right now to take game number 1 of the series. Swaney across the front of the net. 10 seconds to go. Looking for one right here. If they get it, they have an opportunity. That one floats in front of the net. Whittle able to kick that one away all the way to the far side, grabbing the boost. 1 second to go. Still on the ground is the ball, and the Zerglings take game number 1. Memlo, we have got a big back and forth matchup. Lots of offense, not a whole lot of defense. We're looking at a shootout, I think, for the rest of the series.
I would completely agree, and I think that's something that I kind of predicted going into this. We do see some saves coming out from both teams. The one that I have to give some huge credit to is King Canic's got a poor clear, runs back to net, has 0 boost, and makes a huge goal line save. Big plays from him. We will be going through a quick remake here on the server. Some players having some issues, so we'll be right back with that. But in the meantime, we will talk about the game itself while we're setting up the server. Zerglings coming out with that immediate offensive pressure, that powerhouse aggression that they have, and they were able to secure a couple great goals from those plays. But don't sleep on Swaney. I mean, he had some opportunities to dribble. As long as he can get that ball to drop into the box, he had teammates waiting. The problem was Whittle was blocking him. P. Nasty was coming through and getting touches out of the way, and Pablo was disrupting those shots. So if they can maybe get a demo on a goalie or get those passes to drop into the box, they will be threatening too. But right now, it looks like the Zerglings have figured out what they need to do to be successful.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Definitely looks like Swaney, probably most of the season he's been given the space to do whatever he wanted to do, to dribble on teams, to flick on guys, to hit those big aerial shots with no one back in the box playing defense. And the Zerglings just aren't willing to let that happen. The team is too fast, too good, positioning in the right place at the right time to make sure he's not able to do those sorts of things, trying to neutralize his abilities so far going into this one. So Zerglings up a game in this one. Potatoes looking to even this series up. It's a best of 7 series. There is plenty of time for the Potatoes to come back in this one, make the adjustments that they need. We'll see if they can do it here going into game number 2. Trippin and Memlo with you in the broadcasting booth, bringing this action to you. Amateur tier finals, season 7 of RSC, and P Nasty able to win that kickoff, but Swaney there in the backfield, getting it away from one, back towards the middle, but his teammates are both in the box. Whittle knocks that one down. Putting
And
in
the
front
pressure
of that,
is
very
immediately
dangerous,
there. Look
and
at
there
that.
it is.
Yeah, within 15 seconds, they have a goal again. It's just incredible how much pressure they can put on after a kickoff.
Yeah, really easy for them to knock that one in. The whole entire team of the Zerglings just crowded the box, and the Potatoes were unable to get out of their own positioning. End up getting beat on that one early, and 1-0, the Zerglings take the lead. They're looking to end this one as quickly as possible. Both of us predicted
Breakout from
game
Swaney.
6.
Opportunity here, puts it just slightly. Oh no, it was on target. Great shot by Swaney. What a counterattack from him. It looked like his whole team was just lined up on the goal line waiting to see what happened, and he's able to strike, tying up the game.
Yeah, easy to do when you've got 6 people in the box and you get a clear, a goal the other way, pretty much guaranteed to happen. So we're not even 30 seconds in. We've got a tie game again. The 50-50 kickoff is straight up. Pablo able to win that one. Swaney on offense. Whittle trying to clear that one away. Ook my Oof chasing it down onto the wall. Knocks it back to his teammate King Canix. Knocks it down. 50s with P Nasty on the low side. Whittle moving that one up the field. Ends up flipping past it. A little bit of server health issue there. Swaney now on the attack. Bounces that one toward the middle. King is there. The shot is going to go high off the backboard. Will the rebound be there? The dunk is, but the shot is not. Swaney back across the front of the net. Spook my Oof coming up. That one's floating towards the net, and it is going to be over the top of Whittle, and in. The 2-1 lead goes to the Potatoes.
Yeah, we're seeing some struggles on the defense from the Zerglings. A lot of offensive pressure now coming in for the Potatoes. Great pass across from Swaney, and Spook Mayoof really able to capitalize on that one.
Definitely a good job there by them. Spook My Oof wins this one, goes off the backboard right in front of the net again. Whittle able to clear that one out. King Canix cutting it off in the midfield with a great 50 there, jumping right in front of the net. P. Nasty pushing this one across, but Spook My Oof able to read that one and knock it back down into the corner. It's red there and bounce towards the middle. Pablo trying to take over on offense. Whittle pushing it downfield back towards the middle. Swaney going for the clear.
This is
Tries to get
dangerous.
that air dribble. There's the first touch, and it goes off the post, but it was right there.
Yeah, Swaney, you got to watch out for when he gets those controlling plays. He was able to score on it early in the game, and there, that was threatening as well. Big plays coming out from the Zergling. That was off the crossbar and down, and Whittle able to get a demo on Swaney.
There's been a whole bunch of opportunities for the Zerglings to hit that one in, and just a little bit wide and high every time. Just going the other way. The Potatoes, the same exact thing, off the crossbar and down. The crossbar playing the best defense on both sides of the pitch right now. That one back in front of the net.
Crossbar downs.
P. Nasty pushing that one upfield. Swaney with the clear, and he gets bumped. Good job by Pablo there on defense. Whittle pushing this one up. The touch is made in the middle of the field. Spook My Oof goes to the low side, and that one ends up hitting the post as well, knocked away by P. Nasty. We're at halftime, a 2-1 game. Teams looking very even so far.
This is threatening, though. Swaney keeps forcing this to stay in front of the box, and the Zerglings aren't able to rotate through and get boost and get into positions where they can actually make saves. Spook My Oof again able to throw another shot on, and we're starting to see some of those stat lines come out from the regular season where we've got some really big goal scorers on the Potatoes, and they're starting to figure out how to score. It took them to game 2, but they're putting a lot of pressure on the Zerglings and making it difficult.
Yeah, they've been able to capitalize on the mistakes that have been made on defense, able to keep that ball moving, look for those passing lanes, and get those shots in places where they're not going to be saved. A good job so far of keeping control of the ball when they have the opportunity. And of course, as soon as I say that, Whittle over the top, King Canix with
What
a
a
save off
save.
of his own backboard.
Incredible save. What a clear by Whittle, trying to relieve that pressure, but also getting on target, forcing a big save out of the Potatoes. This one's not threatening in the corner. Pablo goes in, and Whittle will be there. Aerial for him, thrown in, and Canix able to clear it out.
Swaney grabbing that boost at the midfield. Pablo pushing it up. That was cleared away. Spook My Oof off the backboard. Looking for this one. Whittle is there on defense, not able to connect. P. Nasty on a 50-50 opportunity, able to beat that one easily. Now he's on offense, looking for the flick here, able to beat one, tries to get in front of the net. Swaney knocks that one into the corner, cleared away by Spook My Oof. Towards the middle, Whittle is there and knocks it away from the defense with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. King Canix now on the attack.
Lofty aerials are okay for the Zerglings. They're not too threatened by the ball being high in front of their own box. Whittle with a big clear here. Can he capitalize on it? Zerglings looking pretty good on the offensive pressure, but can they get one more goal? This one's on the line and cleared out. Big save by Spook My Oof yet again.
A great job to jump up and get that low 50-50 right in front of the net in the box. That one was just sitting there waiting for a goal to happen, and it didn't. Whittle with an absolute boomer gets it past everyone. 48 seconds to go. Zerglings down by 1. Potatoes looking to even the series at 1 apiece, and they've got the Zerglings on the ropes. That goal is certainly going to help them out.
And just being a 1-point game is definitely going to help out the Zerglings a lot more. They definitely need to keep this one close, but you know, we're seeing a lot of offensive pressure coming out from either side. There's not a lot of midfield play, not a lot of passing back and forth at that midfield line. It seems to be going just from one side of the field to the other. Whittle with a big flick here, he's taking it alone.
Off the backboard into the corner. P. Nasty going on the attack. That one's floating right for the net. King Canix able to take it away. 30 seconds to go. Whittle catches that one at midfield, and King Canix on top of it right away. Pablo's got a bunch of boost. Knocks that one towards the wall. looking for a teammate, someone coming up behind him. Spook might be able to clear it away. 15 seconds to go. Potatoes will even the series up at 1 if they're able to hold on for just 10 more seconds. That one gets cleared over the top. No one back. We'll see if there's an opportunity here. There's a demo in the midfield. Pablo going up for the attack. That one is missed. Still sitting in the corner with 2 seconds to go. Need a 0-second goal here to tie this one up. Is floating in front of the net. Pablo makes the best touch that he can. Not quite going anywhere yet. P. Nasty does everything he can to keep it alive, and that one is going to go to the Potatoes, and we are even at 1 apiece.
Just incredible play by the Potatoes. The Zerglings really trying hard at the end of the game to bring that one back. They brought it within fingertips distance, and they just couldn't get that last goal to land. Big plays coming out from Whittle, and if P. Nasty and Pablo can get a shot on target that actually drops in, I think that they start winning games again. But in the meantime, Potatoes able to link up, able to keep some offensive pressure going, and while we didn't see it towards the end of the game, the whole middle of the game was really theirs, and they were just able to link up in front of the net, boost starve the Zerglings, and we saw some incredible shots coming out from Spook Mayouf. I'm really looking forward to game number 3.
Yeah, game number 3 definitely going to be a good one here. You know, we've said earlier in the broadcast, we're not expecting a sweep. We're definitely not going to get one now with the series being even. Whittle going 2 for 6 shooting, but he was the only offensive pressure on the team, and that's something that I highlighted earlier in the broadcast. Looking at both of these teams, Potato have multiple guys that can go and shoot the ball on offense, and the Zerglings really revolving their entire team around the play of Whittle. If he is not going, if Potatoes can shut him down, they have a very good opportunity to actually take this one in their favor. Potatoes, they got 2 guys who can shoot at least. They've got a whole bunch of goals on that side. Swaney looking to carry this one. We'll see what they can do here. The series is even at 1 apiece. Game number 3 is up, and we've got a best of 7 series for the Season 7 Amateur Championship here in RSC. Immediately after this best of 7 series, we will be announcing the MVP and the All-Stars for this tier, and then after that, we will have the premier final matchup, the top of RSC, the best of the best. You're not going to want to miss it. 10 seconds into this game, a little bit of possession back and forth as the ball bounces around. No one taking over quite yet on this one. A 50-50. P. Nasty able to beat this one into the corner. That one's floating in the box in front of the net. Whittle is there. A bit of a double commit. Pablo gets credit for the shot, but that one ends up going out of the net. Going the other way. A couple demos there on offense. Swaney with no boost trying to 50 P. Nasty, not able to do it. It's into the corner, cleared away. Back round in front of the box. That one going for a clear, no one able to make a touch, and Pablo finally knocks it out of the way. A lot of action in one box in just 40 seconds.
Just every time Swaney touched, oh my god, and then we get a goal. King Canix there to link up with Swaney. Big plays coming out from them.
Swaney with the pass here off of the corner. King Canix right there, able to get it onto the front of the car of the defender, and that ends up going in. So 43 seconds down, a 1-0 lead for the Potatoes.
Swaney looking very calm and collected when he does have ball possession. He's not nervous, and he gets another big shot here. He's already starting to feel it. He's feeling good. He knows how the Zerglings are playing. This time able to capitalize on a kickoff and immediately put a shot on target. But before this, he had 0 boost. He was going head-to-head with a couple different players from the Zerglings, and it just didn't matter. He was willing to go for those 50-50 plays. He's willing to find that time and buy time for his teammates to get downfield so that he can set them up, and then they're the ones typically securing the goals, and that's incredible teamwork from him to kind of have that standard. Big play from Whittle off the crossbar, though. 2 goals for the Potatoes, and we've got 4 minutes still left to play.
Yeah, clearly Swaney just needed a little bit of time to warm up. Whittle on the other side trying to go head-to-head with him. We expect to see all of them in the All-Star game and in the MVP conversation as King Canix is able to put in the 3rd goal for the Potatoes on that one. He has a good pass to himself out of the corner, able to beat Pablo underneath into the near side goal and a 3-0 lead. 3:46 to go, a lot of time, but very difficult to come back from when you're down this big, this early.
Yeah, at this point, they're just playing a little bit faster. They're playing a little bit more with possession control and understanding of where to beat the defense, and that's really working out well for the Potatoes. We didn't see Canix scoring as much before. We saw a lot from Spook Mayouf, and now we're seeing Canix come in strong now. He's looking a lot more comfortable. Swaney also looking very comfortable in this game, and they're willing to see what the Zerglings have to offer and then countering that and coming in with a lot of pressure, some dribble plays and shots. They're just outmaneuvering the Zerglings.
Swaney finally able to take that one out from in front of his net, going for the air dribble again off the wall, gets a couple touches and just walks that one into the net all by himself off the wall. We still have not reached 2 minutes to play, and already 4 goals have been scored, all by the Potatoes, 2 by Swaney and 2 by King Cannix.
Yeah, you don't see that kind of play that often in amateur. Swaney able to go the whole distance from the middle of the field. This looks like something that he practices in free play pretty confidently, and well, we do get one on the board for P Nasty and the Zerglings, but right now it looks like it's Swaney and King Cannix's game. They are feeling very good.
Yeah, it's really their game to lose, and that one just a bit of an unfortunate kickoff with nobody able to cover the net, and that one went in. Again, now 5 goals scored in less than 2 minutes. Both of us thought we were going to see a shootout, and these two teams absolutely putting it on display. Whittle had an opportunity to get that flick, and King Cannix able to take it off the top of him and get that save. Spook my oof, trying to pass that one towards the middle. King Cannix on the read, his teammate able to knock that one into the goal. We have a 5-1 game, and it is still not halftime in game 3.
And you might think that Spook My Oof doesn't have a lot of points in this game. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of plays, but he's actually participating in immense ways. He's getting demos. He's opening up space. There, he gives the pass to Cannix, and I don't know how Cannix snuck that one in there, pinching it off the post and in, but big plays coming out from the Potatoes. And there, Swaney again, punishing right after the kickoff.
It has no problem with it. 3 for 3 is Swaney, 3 for 3 is King Cannix. They have the exact same stat line right now with an assist and a save each. A ton of goal participation on the order of the Potatoes, 6-1. The only thing going poorly for them right now, really difficult to get a Brazil when you're up 6-1 before halftime. And that was going to float into the net, and there goes the Brazil. The caster curse is real, and Pablo puts in goal number 2 for the Zerglings.
We're seeing a lot of kickoff goals, so teams aren't quite sure what to do after the kickoffs, and they're getting punished as a result for it. Zerglings maybe not quite sure how Spook My Oof is going to read the sidewalls, and then Swaney's coming in and getting some of these goals. Pablo able to secure a couple goals just off of being very aggressive on the kickoffs. That could be a defensive malfunction. It could just be something else. But right now, Potatoes are just looking really good. And Zerglings, if you're the Zerglings right now, you're just trying to figure out what do we need to do to shut the offensive power down from the Potatoes, and what can we do to make sure that we keep scoring and getting those goals and making sure that we stay in the lead. 2-6 isn't the worst stat line. You can really come back from this, and there's plenty of time left in this game for them to figure that out.
Yeah, really for the Zerglings, what they got to do right now, we just saw a couple of missed opportunities as that shot goes right into Spook My Oof. A great save by him. Whittle knocking that one down and pushing it away, and the ball is going to be going now in the other direction. Really just think all it is right now, if you're the Zerglings, stay calm on offense. You know you guys have the mechanics to keep up. Just give yourselves the opportunity to let the mechanics speak for themselves. Take those opportunities, take those easy goals, and don't make things more difficult than you have to. Minute and 30 seconds left to go. A 4-goal lead in a 1-1 series, best of 7. The winner of this series will be the amateur tier champion. Pablo looking to clear that one, unable to do it. Whittle now on the attack. Got a one-on-one with 14 boost, tries to make that flick, and he's 50'd early. Good job on defense there by the Potatoes as that one floats in front of the net. Swaney clears it to the far side.
Big defense coming out from the Potatoes. They're starting to figure out how to shut down Whittle and make sure that when he ends up in a 1v1 situation that they're able to shut that down. Whittle's flicks and play into the air can be very threatening, and P Nasty and Pablo will capitalize on those. Unfortunately, we get some miscommunication, and we keep seeing two people going for the ball at about the same time but from different angles, and they're not really linking up. We'll see whether or not that irons out throughout Game 4 and the rest of the series, but for right now, they're looking a little bit off step.
Yeah, with 35 seconds to go here in this one, a 4-goal deficit. Definitely expect this one to go in favor of the Potatoes. We'll see if they're able to keep this momentum up going forward, as there's a demo there on the far side. 25 seconds to go. That one's going right in front of the net, off the post, and Sweden doesn't care. Drills that one in, and it's a 7-2 game now on the assist from Spook My Oof from the backboard.
Well, when they take out a player like Whittle and he's demoed off the field, it just makes it that much more difficult for the Zerglings, and Swaney able to punish a post and out from Spook My Oof. And just incredible plays coming out from the Potatoes. A ton of goals. They are an offensive powerhouse team. I was not expecting this from them, but I should have been.
Just want to give a shout out in the chat right now to Brett. Not only is he doing moderation duties, he is also dropping every pun you never wanted to hear in the chat. Good job by Sweeney there on offense. That one unfortunately goes off the crossbar though, dropping in front of the net, and we will have a 7-2 victory for the Potatoes in game number 3. They took a 2-1 lead in the series, fighting for that 4th win. The first one to 4 will end up taking the championship home. And man, the Potatoes came out to play in that game.
Just really good play coming out for the Potatoes. I agree completely. The part that they did so well about was shutting down Whittle, making sure that he was not relevant in this game, and you can kind of see that in his stat line as well. He looked for those dribble plays, and Canix and Spook My Oof were coming in so strong.
Yeah, definitely looking good. Trippin just be fried right now after that comment. Oh man, Brett, you're absolutely killing me. Absolutely killing me. Chef, you spelled it wrong. It's voice of an angle. A-N-G-L-E. But I appreciate it. Good try. Love all the hype there in the chat. Glad to have all you guys here. Sticking with Memlo and I. Again, my name is Trippin. That's Memlo on the other side of the desk. He's bringing the expert level analysis from the Fallout shelter. RJsaurus behind the scenes, the GM of the Dino Park, bringing this one to you, making sure everyone is in the lobbies. We've got these wonderful overlays for you so you can see the Potatoes up 2-1 currently in this best of 7 series. Looking very good so far. It's going to be interesting going forward to see what these two teams can do. They decided the server was good enough for what they are doing, so we're going to stick into it in this one. Zerglings looking to even this series up at 2 games apiece, and they've got to make some big adjustments on defense and offense if they want to take it to the Potatoes.
Yeah, Zerglings definitely need a little bit of a reset after that one. Figure out what actually broke down, what they need to improve upon, and make those small tweaks to their game so that they can capitalize on some offensive play. One thing I saw that was lacking in that game was taking the ball up the wall, taking it nice and lofty. That seems to be something that the Zerglings are very strong with, and so we'll see whether or not they bring some more aerial plays into this one, and whether or not they can shut down Sweeney and Spook My Oof. Those two were kind of able to run free, and Canix was able to score a ton of goals as a result from that last one. Big scoring game out of the game number, was that 3, so now we're in game number 4.
Yeah, definitely looking for a lot of offensive opportunities between these two teams. A whole lot of defense not wanting to be played. Of course, as I say that, there are 2 back-to-back saves by Canix and Sweeney on the shots by the Zerglings. Kept it out of the net. Now Sweeney is on offense. He's got some boost. He dodges a demo, able to beat one, ends up hitting it right into Pablo, who has made a vehicle change. He is now in the Octane compared to his previous Fennec. We'll see if that helps him and the Zerglings out in this one. 4:22 to play. That one right in front of the net and cleared away by Canix. The offensive pressure so far in this game from the Zerglings, completely different than the prior game.
We're seeing some changes from the Zerglings where they're keeping one man way back on defense, this time getting punished though, as Sweeney able to secure yet another goal with Canix throwing it off the backboard. They're really trusting each other to move up on offense, and Sweeney able to beat out that last defender. But previously, when Sweeney did dribble the ball down the field, he was stuffed by Pablo, and they were just able to keep someone just a little bit further back on defense and make sure that those dribbles weren't coming through. So maybe not committing so many people into the offensive rotation will be the benefit here for the Zerglings, but they are down a goal as a result of that play style. Whittle with able to get a big clear here. Pablo coming in on it. Potatoes on the rotation. Sweeney with a dribble. This is scary. When he gets those dribbles going, you don't know if he can get something on target and maybe open up an opportunity for his teammates to score. Whittle demos him though, and Sweeney now will reset back on his defensive zone.
That demo by Whittle 100% saved a goal. Sweeney wide open, would have had no problems hitting that one, but the demo clears him out. A great save there by P Nasty. The answer by King Canix, and he is in again. We saw him popping off in the last game. He's here for it again. 1 minute and 30 seconds is down in this one. A 2-0 lead from the Potatoes, and they're looking to end this one as quickly as possible. Already 2 games, looking for 4.
Yeah, the initial shot from Swaney, again, a powerful shot that P. Nasty was just barely able to save, and he gets the save, but he's not able to get the clear, and that's where Pablo really needs to come through and provide that and relieve his team. Unfortunately, he missed the clear, and he was punished immediately for it. And Potatoes aren't messing around. They're going to be scoring. They're coming in with all engines firing. That one in front of the net, and Whittle making a huge save, but it could come back down.
Just a bit of an unfortunate opportunity there as King Canix is up, able to beat everyone and puts in the third goal for the Potatoes. We're just inside 3 minutes to play, and the Potatoes absolutely relentless right now on the offensive attack and are taking it to the Zerglings, who just have no ability to stop this pressure.
Potatoes saw what happened in game number 1 with the Zerglings and realized that they just need to play faster, and that's all we're seeing from them is a lot of boost starving. It looks like the wind has been taken out of the Zerglings' sails, and I'm not sure that they can get another win in this series. Potatoes have this on lock. They figured out what to do, and they're playing so strong, so well together, trusting each other on offense, able to get the ball in front of the net repeatedly, and that's a scary thing.
Yeah, that trust 100%, it will make or break a team. And just as you see it falls apart on the defensive side of the Zerglings, that one falls into the net at 11 miles per hour. King Canix getting credit for the shot, Spook My Oof on the assist, and Potatoes in complete control, not only of this game, but of this series.
Yeah, Zergling's definitely looking deflated after that one. Not quite sure how to stop a slow roller after they've stopped so many 70-mile-an-hour shots coming out from Swaney. Just hit him with a changeup.
Usually seems to work. Just change speeds a little bit on them. You hit a couple boomers and all of a sudden just slow it down. Swaney with the clear into the corner. Whittle is there on defense. Going to turn around on offense, trying to push this one in, but King Canix able to clear that one out of the box already. The Whittle now waiting back up on offense, trying to make a touch over the top. Swaney able to play him on defense. P. Nasty there drops that one down. 2 minutes to play, a 4-0 lead we're looking at. If they are able to take this one home, Potatoes will be up 3-1 in the series. Will only need one more game to secure the victory. Swaney on offense to Whittle with the clear back towards the middle, and we'll see what he can do here on offense.
Just every time you see Zerglings break out onto offense, it looks like they still need to grab up boosts, so they're not getting effective shots. They're not getting plays where they can get in front of the net and be threatening. Maybe an opportunity here, but it might be too little too late. With 4 goals in the game before the 3-minute mark, that's just a tough spot to be in. And when the only team has been scoring is the Potatoes, what do you even do at that point?
I mean, there's really not much you can do. I mean, you're looking at this deficit right now, and that touch goes right back towards the net in a very difficult position. Pablo has a wide open net, and Spook My Oof says, no, it's not open anymore, able to save that one. Goes off the wall on the attack. Swaney is there, not able to hit it. King Canix, his teammate, says no problem, and rolls in the 5th goal of the game for the Potatoes. We saw them with 7 goals in the last match. Now King Canix, 4 for 5, and a savior on top of it. Absolutely popping off on stream.
There's just no hesitation. As soon as Spook My Oof goes up that wall, he throws it up to the center. Swaney and Canix are going for the ball. There's no hesitation. There's no thought, oh, maybe we should have someone back. They just get aggressive, and they get goals out of it. This time they're punished on the counterattack on the kickoff. Pablo able to get it around the last 2 defenders, and Whittle's able to punish. But otherwise, the rest of this game has been in the Potatoes' hands, and they just really have been trusting each other to get these balls past the Zerglings' front line and then punishing whoever's last back on defense.
I mean, to some extent, you might even consider that goal just to be a motivation boost here for the Zerglings. Well out of this one, down 4 goals with 40 seconds to go. But they're going to need to turn it around quickly. The next win, assuming that this result stands at 5-1, which I blindly assumed that it will, the next win for the Potatoes is going to be the series. That one floats into
save
net.
from P. Nasty.
Big save by P. Nasty. That one going right into the corner of the net, able to be knocked away quickly. Spook My Oof now clearing that one towards the middle. 15 seconds to go here in game number 3. Pablo knocked that one towards the middle. Swaney with the catch on offense. Tries the low 50 with P. Nasty. Able to knock it into the corner. This one is counting down, and the Potatoes are going to be 1 win away versus the Zerglings in taking the Season 7 Amateur Championship away from the Zerglings.
I mean, we in the biz call that match point. They're just one win away from that championship. They can feel it. They really want it. And the Zerglings have to play so hard in order to bring this one within contention. Just so many times that the Potatoes were able to get the ball in front of the net and secure a goal after repeated onslaught attack or a pass to someone in the box. Just big plays coming out from them. Zerglings able to get a couple counterattacks, but no goals. Plenty of shots. They had 8 shots, but just every time they're getting stuffed by the Potatoes.
Yeah, when you've got, yeah, sure, they had 8 shots, but those 6 saves by the Potatoes, always in the right place, always at the right time. And King Canix has got the team on his back. He already had that Savior medal and still went 4 for 5 shooting. If we've got to pick an MVP of the series right now, I have to go with him, but we'll see what the Zerglings can do. They will be making a lineup substitution here going into game number 5. Wombat will be in for Pablo on the side of the Zerglings. We'll see if that's enough of a change for them to take one off of the Potatoes and try to force this one further. But with 4 games already underway,
It's a tough road ahead of them, that's for sure. They've got to get
tough.
3 wins in a row to secure their own championship. The future of this team in the hands now of Wombat as he's coming in for Pablo. Let's see what changes that he can make. Maybe he's been watching from the sidelines and can implement some changes himself. Maybe he could bring in some demos. Shutting down Spook My Oof, Swaney, and Canix is going to be a tough feat.
Yeah, we have seen Wombat in the chat quite a bit recently, so we know that he's been having a little bit of war over there. We'll see if it paid off, if he's kept himself warm enough to jump into this one, down 3-1, what they can do. Swaney, there's the pinch with Whittle off the backboard. P Nasty trying to chase this one down, see if he can cut that one across, and the first goal is in for the Zerglings, opening this one up 1-0, 15 seconds down.
And it just comes from a big clear from Whittle, able to beat the overcommit from the Potatoes. We're seeing those overcommits plenty of times, but it was working out for them. That aggression was working out. And this time, because there's no one back, that ball's able to clear the whole length of the field. And P Nasty, all he has to do is just make sure that it goes into the back of the net and doesn't hit the back wall. But King Canix looking to repay that. Oh, just off the post.
That was very, very close. A good job to keep that one away. Try to keep this pressure off for just a little bit as Wombat pushes this one upfield. Able to 50 with Swaney. P Nasty is up versus King Canix, who's able to win the touch, but Whittle is right there to knock that one the other way. Swaney taking now over on offense. That one's 50'd by Wombat, sitting right in front of him. He's got 0 boost. Swaney with a good back pass there to King Canix. P Nasty dropping that one down in the middle, right on top of the circle. Bounced all the way down. Wombat with the clear and Whittle pushing it across. Bit of a possession battle happening right now in this one.
Mistouch by Whittle. That one will drop back out to the midfield. We're seeing some big clears come in play, and we're seeing a little bit less dribbles, a little bit more just long clear, see what happens, give up possession. Whereas before we've seen Swaney make sure that he can maintain that possession and set up his team on offense, but we're not seeing that in this game yet. That one will go in, a misclear there, and Swaney's able to punish. Tied up game.
Yeah, the big miss here by Wombat Nibbles. Tried to make that clear off the backboard, just misses the touch, and Swaney's sitting underneath all day waiting for that miss. Able to put that one in, and now the game is tied at 1 apiece. Dead ball right in the middle, 50 now towards the far corner. Sitting there just a little bit as Swaney bumps that one upfield. Whittle now going with it the other way. King Canix there on defense, waiting for that one to come to him. Saving some of that 100 boost, able to clear it past 1. Wombat's going to take it over the top of him. Back down in front of the box. Spoof my Oof, able to push that one forward. Probably going to look for a teammate here in the middle. There's the pass. Canix is up, unable to connect with the shot. And that was going to be cleared down into the corner and pushed away by Whittle. Now on offense, a one-on-one situation with a lot of boost. Got that flick, but not able to get it in. There's a bit of a rule 1, and they break it. That's bad manners.
We're seeing a lot more offensive pressure coming out of the Zerglings. Let's see if they can maintain that and get some more shots on target. Unfortunately, nothing landing so far, and Potatoes are looking driven again. Just half the game remaining, and Whittle on the dribble again, but he gets stuffed. Every time he brings that ball into the box, there's just a Potato there to shut him down.
Yeah, that's definitely, what we saw in the first game from the Zerglings that kept the potatoes out of it was defending all of those dribbles, and now it's going the other way as Whittle with the boomer on target. Mechanics able to be there on the backboard. Now Swaney rotating into net, able to clear that one away from hitting the backboard and push down the field by Canix. That one's going into the corner. P. Nasty's going to be there, 2:55 to play. He is dunked. That one in front of the net, still sitting there, not able to be cleared. Swaney's now taking over on offense, trying to beat Wombat, and he is back towards the middle, hitting the corner. Canix is there. Whittle now on the attack. That one is low 50 and back down in front of the net. This one sitting in front of the box quite a bit. No clear able to happen, but no clear offensive pressure either as Whittle bumps that one down to Swaney.
Zerglings holding on tight. That one was threatening in front of their box a couple times. Swaney able to get a fake. Wombat bit on it, but it didn't end up in a spot where Swaney could shoot it, and the ball rolled safely into the corner. Big plays coming out for the Potatoes, but Zerglings able to hold on.
Bounce down into the corner, a minute and 30 to go, a 1-1 game so far. If Potatoes are able to take this one, they will be the championship. Otherwise, we will be moving on to another game with the Zerglings trying to keep themselves in this one. The clear is there for Wombat, not able to get that one into the net though, and it goes all the way back into the corner. Off the wall, Nasty is there, pushing it upfield just a bit. Swaney now on the attack, able to take over on offense.
60
Whittle
seconds on the clock, and Potatoes are back on offense. This is big plays for them, and at the end of the game, that can be so threatening.
That one was right in the box and taken away. Swaney had to get that touch and then go and get boost, but he's going to be on the attack again, lightening that one down in front of the circle. Wombat not able to make the touch. P. Nasty, a great job here, taking his time, taking control, getting it away from the rest of the players. You don't want to just give that one away. A good job by him. 35 seconds now on the count. Whittle making that one. The ball just kind of sitting in a just no possession for either team right in the middle of the pitch. Neither team wanting to give this one away.
They're playing a little bit more defensive. Both teams not looking to give up the last goal. And instead of being super aggressive, Potatoes have now retreated and had a third man way back on defense in their own net in the last couple seconds of this game. They are looking to go to overtime. They just want to make sure that whatever they do is safe. And Zerglings are the ones that actually have to make the push and start securing a goal.
And the Potatoes, you can tell from the offensive pressure we've seen in the past couple of games, have no problem taking this one to overtime. They are confident in their offensive abilities, not too worried about Zerglings, but we'll see a sudden death overtime here in game number 5. We will see which team's able to do it, and that one is just a little bit wide. The game-winning goal missed by Canix, and now the Zerglings are going to take over on offense with Whittle. He's got 14 boosts, the ball on top of the car, trying to make a flick towards the middle, gets 50 off the top of him. P. Nasty is there. Wombat now into the corner and back around. King Canix tries to get the clear, and he does. Credit for the save as well.
Whittle's bringing these balls down into the zone on the top of his car with tons of possession, and Potatoes are just letting him do it. Swaney with an opportunity for the net, not connecting, and Whittle able to get another clear. Can he get the dribble? Demoed by Swaney, and Spook Mayoof putting this one into the box. It's dangerous for Zerglings with Swaney taking a shot off the crossbar. Whittle with an opportunity for a counterattack, but every time he's just getting shut down by a Potato. That time it's King Canix. Wombat Nipples able to throw it into the box, and they are able to relieve some pressure. A minute into overtime, and we've had a couple opportunities going both ways.
Now, you think that this is the bottom tier of RSC. We're not going to see some amazing action. Both of these teams going back and forth on both sides. Excellent play by both sides. No one wanting to give this goal up as that one is back around in the corner. Shot towards the middle. Swaney trying to take over on offense. Spook Mayoof bumping it out in front of him. He gets that boost on the side wall. We've seen a couple air dribbles from him before. There's the pass towards the middle. The shot by Spook Mayoof. High off the backboard. A whole bunch of bumps.
And there it is!
That one is secured.
That's all they were doing earlier in the game and the previous matches, just putting it repeatedly off the backboard. And they're so strong. They read those so well. They played to their strengths, and they were able to punish the Zerglings, coming away with the big win, and they will be your champions. You were absolutely right, Trippin. Potatoes are a super strong team.
The offensive pressure just relentless from the Potatoes that entire series. After game 1, the Zerglings got a game on them. Potatoes must have said in comms or something, hey guys, we are not playing our game. We are not doing everything we've done all season. Let's change what we're doing. Let's win this game. Let's take this championship. and completely flipped a switch. They dropped that first game, they win 4 in a row, and they end up taking the championship away from the Zerglings. What a run by them. And I don't know what you guys think, chat, but this particular caster is 100% giving this finals MVP over to King Canix. The team was on his back the entire night. What a solo performance by him.
And he gets the overtime winner to secure the win for the playoff championship. They are the finals winner because of his plays and his efforts. Now, what you were saying in game number 1 was that the teams were maybe feeling each other out. Maybe we didn't see the Potatoes at their strongest, but they certainly fired it up in the later games, and they were just playing faster than the Zerglings. Great effort by the Zerglings. We saw some incredible plays coming out from Whittle and P Nasty and Pablo and Wombat included. All of them doing incredible jobs, but the show was there for the Potatoes.
So congratulations to both teams on making the finals, but the championship for season 7 amateur tier is going to end up going to the Potatoes, the franchise, the Garden, captained by Dirk. We've got the amateur all-stars up for you on the screen now. We just saw a number of these players into the game. Whittle for the Zerglings on the solar side, AB26 Panther for the Rattlers, and Chad Doe from the Otters. Congratulations to the 3 of them making the all-star roster. On the other side, for the Lunar Conference, Sweeney 24, who we just saw in that matchup, Mr. Numbers from the Watts and the Huns, and returning player Jordan for the Blobfish. Congratulations to all 6 of them. That amateur all-star matchup going to be a heck of a game to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of players there that just had incredible stat lines. I would imagine it's just going to be another offensive power or offensive slugfest, just shot after shot. We saw a lot of it in this championship, and between Whittle and Swaney, so much that they could do on the field. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch them with their peers on other teams playing in the All-Star match.
Now, we've got a vote going on for you at the top of the chat right now. Go ahead and look up there voting for the amateur finals MVP, King Canix, Sweeney, or Spook My Oof. Let's see what you guys think, chat. We would love to see what it is. Speaking of MVPs, the amateur MVPs for this season for the Solar Conference, Whittle from the Zerglings, Sweeney from the Potatoes. We just saw their 2 teams go head to head. The Potatoes took the championship, but the overall MVP goes to Whittle from the Zerglings. Based on that stat line I just saw from him, absolutely deserved.
Great job and good performance from him. Would love to see what chat thinks about the matchup as well, and who they thought was the MVP for the championship.
Now, so far, they're definitely pushing for King Canix, but Sweeney catching up right behind him. I mean, honestly, you could really flip a coin and pick either. I just thought, from my perspective, that King Canix definitely turned it on. We said his name a heck of a lot in that first game. It looked like they might be looking to Sweeney to put the team on his back, take all those offensive plays, do all of the work. And it ended up being that wasn't the case at all. King Canix was there. He had a ton of saves, a ton of goals, a ton of shots. I would love to see what we had for a stat line between the 2 of them. But coming down to the wire here, and it looks like King Canix is going to be the chat voted amateur finals MVP for season 7 here in the Rocket Soccer Confederation. Congratulations to him on that chat vote. Congratulations to his team. And with all of that having been said, we are going to slowly take you on over to the premiere